Good day. I'd like to welcome you to supportingadvancement.com, and today we're going to look at something that we all have to deal with occasionally, more so in the nonprofit space than in higher education, but a couple things, third-party events. And so third-party events, friends asking friends, all of these types of things that we don't directly manage usually have a couple of issues and things around them. And some of the first things are how many resources as an organization do we need to devote to these things? Because many times they can be generate significant revenue. Other times, what enthusiastic volunteers might think is a great idea is actually not necessarily a great idea. And so, how do we manage this? So anyway, we're going to look at a event here, Time for Prostate 2009. This is an event run by the PGH Community Hospital Foundation, and originally came to be envisioned by a group of donors that actually wanted to climb a mountain and then have people sponsor them to climb. So this first website page is a page that they registered the domain themselves and they set up this page to get started. And then the other piece, the online giving piece and the Friends Asking Friends piece, have to be integrated into this. And so a couple things here. This is software that is now readily available, and if you have a creative idea like this and the donors are fairly well connected, you have the potential to raise a significant amount of money. In this case, the goal is $100,000. They've achieved $640, which doesn't seem a lot right now, but this event is quite a ways out yet in December 2009, and so they still have quite a bit of ability to raise money. Each one of these climbers has their own web page. You can donate to an individual climber, or you can donate to the team. And so there's all kinds of different ways, sponsorship and everything else. And so think of the multiplier effect of this. You have essentially 14 people, and once you multiply this out, 13, 14, 12 people, whatever, 10 people each, $100,000 is very much achievable. You also obviously get some pretty good camaraderie and everything between the participants of this, and it's a very visible thing for a cause. Some of the other things to consider in these third-party events are, how do you put a budget model in place to help do this type of thing? People will have good ideas, but at some point, for instance, this website here is done with the vendor. Well, there's obviously some upfront cost and investments that have to be considered. How to balance this and how to make sure that it's the appropriate level of investment, and also how to convince participants that they need to also help with the investment upfront or be able to cover at some point through a donation or however is also important. These are not easy things to do, but the key here is to, once you do a few of these things, to put a sustainable model in place and a checklist, so you can, when someone comes in, you can say, well, here's all the different things you need to consider, here's what your possible cost may be, and get people to actively think about and plan what they need to do. Again, these can be very effective, but they also need to be managed by the organization. Not only the mechanics, the cost, and everything else, but the sort of degree of dependence and interdependence and independence of both the team and how your organization actually works and interfaces with that fundraising team. Anyway, thanks very much. Go to the site if you can. It's www.climbforprostate.com, www.climbforprostate.com. Thanks very much for your time.